They say practice makes perfect. So whatever you're practicing, make sure you practice it the right way so that she gets perfect at the right thing. Now, I'm going to begin by pointing out that yes and no, those two words, are the most important things that Emmy needs to understand thoroughly. And I'm going to also use this video to break down how to practice properly, how to use yes and no. Also, how to practice properly the various things that she has learned from, putting the leash on her to the things you should avoid when maybe you're walking her. Then how to communicate with her, to call her, how to ask her to sit, how to ask her to lie down, how to ask her to stay, and how to ask her to go to her place, which is the bed she's on, and how to ask her to go into her kennel, which is the crate behind over there. So I'm going to begin by putting the leash on her, but you'll be hearing a lot of yes and no, and I'll keep enforcing the understanding of that so that you apply it properly. Is the most important thing. Remember that. Yes and no. Yes. When I say yes right now, it's because I want her there and she's still there, so I'm just saying yes to enforce it. So now, the first thing, when I want to put the leash on her, I don't just walk up to her wherever she is to do it. I want her to get used to me calling her to do it, right? So I need to make sure that she is encouraged. Now, because she has just learned this is a foundation, everything is a foundation. Yes and no is at foundation level. She understands it at foundation level, but if you practice it more and more, then she'll become more of a professional at it, okay? She'll become more perfect at it. So at the foundation level, you always want to encourage. If they give you a job to do and there's no salary, you'll not have motivation to do it. So you might start and then you stop halfway, or you'll not be doing it well or whatever. But if they're giving you a job with a salary, you'll be motivated to do it, especially if the salary is enough, especially if the salary is making you happy. You know that it's enough to feed your family and take care of things. You'll be happy. Likewise, if you're a child, sometimes mommy will give you an assignment and maybe it's something that you don't want to do. And mommy will say, if you do it, I'll buy this for you. And then suddenly you get energy to do it. So we are playing on the same principle over here. But the good thing is that whatever it is, if it's something that you keep doing again and again, it reaches a point that you know the reward is assured, even if you don't get it immediately. So even if you have a job and you've been working for 5 years, and for the 5 years you're always getting your salary, and all of a sudden for 3 months your salary is not coming, you'll still be working because you're used to the assurance that the salary will eventually come. So you'll still be working. So that's the idea. Now our motivation here, or our salary, are treats, right? And the treats that I use are chicken sausage. I chop chicken sausage into pieces in my hand. Those are the rewards, or the salary in this case, right? So first things first, I want her to know that I have some rewards for her so that I get a high level of motivation from her to engage with me. And it's very important. If she comes home and you just start trying to give instructions without this, then the motivation will be low and her likeliness to not respond and do what she wants to be high. And you, not being a professional with a lot of experience, will find difficulty managing how to correct her in those situations, and it might make things worse and the training wouldn't be worth it. So start off at the foundation level by using motivation, okay? And the more you use it, the more you get better, you get more confident in your ability to communicate with her. And at a certain stage, when you even don't have it, you still be able to handle her. But at least when she comes home for the next 1 month, be intentional about using motivation to have sessions with her. So now that she has had that first taste, I'm going to call her. Now, when I call her, I want you to take note of the moment where I mark with yes. Yes, okay? Emmy, yes. Sit, yes. Good. Free, yes, very good. Okay, place. Yes, good. Nope. Yes, very good. So if you notice, if you play back the video, you realize that when I called her, the moment that she got up to come was the moment I marked. I didn't wait for her to get halfway. I didn't wait for her to get here. I marked the moment she started to come. That's the moment you mark, okay? So take note of that. Whenever you call Emmy, so we are starting with calling Emmy. When you call Emmy, the moment she starts to come, you want to mark with yes. And because you have treats, when you mark with yes, you show the treat to even encourage her to speed up when she's coming, okay? Emmy, yes. When she gets here, I can just give it to her, or I can even ask her to sit if she's not sitting, but she's already sitting, yes. So you mark your yes and your reward. There you go. Very good. So free, very good. And place. Yes, very good. So now, when you are going to put your leash on her to walk, no. Yes. So now with the no, do you notice when she does the wrong thing, I didn't ask her to get up. I mark it. It's very important. When she does a mistake, I mark with no. So be consistent with the words because she has already got a foundation for the yes and no. So don't now start changing the word. Don't now start changing it to maybe stop or something. You use the no until it gets good and you can start to add other words. Try to be consistent with yes and no. And when I said no, you notice that she took the cue and she went back. She corrected herself immediately. And the earlier you can say no when she's making a mistake, the better. I was a bit late. She came halfway. I should have said it earlier. So the idea is the earlier the better, with a yes and with a no. Okay. So now when I call her, I want to put the leash on her. every time you're putting your leash on her, you want her to come and sit so that you put it on. Okay. You don't want to be following her around with a leash to put it on her. Don't ever do that. Always try to get her attention, call her to come and sit. When she sits, you put a leash on her and then you reward her. Okay. So that she knows that she's coming for the leash. That's why you're rewarding. It's different when you're calling her just to come or to come and sit. That one you reward when she comes or you reward when she sits. But if it's for the leash, only reward after you have put a leash on her. But mark everything. If she's coming, mark it. If she sits, mark it. Then when you put a leash on her, mark it and then reward her. So look at this. Emmy, yes. Sit, yes. Then I put the leash and then I say yes. And then I reward her. Okay. And when you put a leash on her properly, you realize that she will be prim and proper. Okay. Then now we can go for our walk. So the idea is to always do it that way so that her behavior when it comes to the leash is always positive. It's always good. Otherwise, you always be chasing her with the leash. Then when you're going for your walk, you always want to make sure that you're not pulling her. The good thing is that now she has learned to be comfortable on the leash when you're walking her. So just be relaxed when you're walking. I want you to get used to walking relaxed. Don't be tense. Don't be tense and then your elbow is tense and you want to make sure that she's not going where she shouldn't go. Just be relaxed, okay? Just be relaxed. And when you're walking, always try to keep her on your left side. Because when you're walking on the road, cars will be coming this way. You're on the left side of the road where you're facing. You're on the left side, cars are coming this way. So you're standing between Emmy and cars. So she's in a safe spot, right? So always try to keep her on the left. So you hold your leash a bit short, right? But you don't tighten it. It shouldn't be tight like this. Just be loose. And then when you want to walk with her, you just yank the collar once and then you can take your walk, okay? And keep her on the left. Every time, if she tries to cross to any other side, you just yank to keep her on the left. Okay, always keep her on the left. That's the idea, right? So this space is small, so we're not going to walk much. But with her, walking is a breeze. It's not really a challenge, especially because she's not heavy and stuff like that. The idea is always just keep her on the left and be relaxed. If she's making a mistake, just pop the collar. Just do that. Don't be pulling. Just pop it once to get her attention back, and then you keep walking. Let's go. Yes, good. Let's go this way. Yes, good. Let's go. Okay, good. Come. Let's go back down. Come. Good. Yes, now come. Good. Sit. Yes. And I reward. So I'm rewarding because I ask her to sit, obviously. So that is the best way to approach walking Emmy, okay? Very simple. Don't be worried about much with Emmy. She's not a big dog. So no matter what, I know you can always control her. Just take notes to always try to keep her on your left and stay relaxed and be calm. Okay. If you're walking your dogs and then maybe there are other dogs in their houses barking and your dogs are tense, don't be tense. Just be relaxed and just keep walking. I always say just keep walking. When you are calm, your dog feels safe. But when you're afraid, hey, Emmy, let's go this way, then Emmy too starts to have a negative response to those things. But when you just keep walking, then, eventually after a few months, anywhere you go, if she sees, she'll not mind them. She'll just keep walking like a good girl with you, okay? Okay, so now we have talked about when you call her, when to mark, and then we have talked about how to put a leash on her. Now I want to be more specific about how to teach her to sit or how to get her to sit. So you always want to make sure that right now, I'm going to take off the leash because we are in a confined space, okay? So I don't really need a leash. And she has a good attitude and a good appetite as well. So she's interested in the treats. So I know that she will not go far. And I've closed every door so she can't enter the other rooms and stuff like that. So I know she'll always be here. So I don't need this maybe to keep her around. I can take it off. And I know that I can easily get her attention when I need it, right? So when you're practicing with her, I want you to practice at the beginning one-on-one, okay? You see, if you're practicing and then there are other people around and they are doing different things, her attention will be in too many different places. Remember, this is the foundation of everything. Right? That is why it's called basic obedience. But the more you practice it, then the more it progresses to intermediate and then to advanced, right? So just make sure you're in a confined space and then each of you can practice on your own, one-on-one. And then after a while, you see that naturally you gain so much confidence that you can begin to practice with company. You can even begin to teach your brother or your sister or your friend how to practice with your dog, and you'll be able to handle your dog because you have practiced the things in this video for some time, okay? So she's off the leash, confined space, we are one-on-one, as few distractions as possible. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, try to have some peace and quiet, and then build the relationship. When you build a relationship like this, then the way she's respectful here, she'll be respectful at home. But if she comes home and you don't take the time to build it, she'll just go back to being her old self. So now every time I want her to sit, I want to make sure she sits where I want her to sit. So if I call Emmy and then I'm very casual about where my hands are. I say, Emmy, come. And I just do this. Look where she is. I don't want her here. And she's trying to get a thing in my hand and her focus is on my hand. She's not learning. She's just focusing on it for the food. She's chasing food. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep the food away from her and only give it to her when she does what you want. So when you call her, you can use the food to encourage her to come. But where are you encouraging her to come to? Be intentional about it. Show it to her. Call her. When she comes, you want her to come. You see where she is now. So if she's here in the middle and I take it away, cry, and she wants to calm down, she ends up in the middle. right in front of me. So be intentional about keeping the treat in the middle of you because you want to call her and she comes straight to you, okay? So whenever she gets to you, you want to take the treat away from her, above, not to the side, just above like that. So my elbow is like the pivot, right? So it'll be like this. So when I'm taking it away, then I'll say the command at the same time. Emmy, yes, sit. And then when she sits, I say yes. And then it comes down to her, you see. And when I call her, I'm not bending down. Emmy, come. If you do that, then it means the day you're not bending down, she will not come. She'll be like, nah, she's not bending down. Why should I come? So always be relaxed. And when you call her, just use the treat to make sure she's in the middle. Take it away. Whilst you're standing comfortably, when she says, you say yes. And then you now come down, you give it to her, and you relax again. That is how you should ask her to sit, okay? And then whenever you ask her to sit, you want to also practice an important word, which is free. The word free is what will free her from maybe if you ask her to stay in her bed, or even if you want her to sit and you want to walk away and do something, you want her to stay. So when does she get to move? She gets to move when she hears what? Free. So free is an important word. So every time you practice sit, practice free right afterwards. When you practice down, practice free right afterwards. When you practice place, practice free right afterwards, okay? So Emmy, yes, sit. Yes, she gets a treat. I take another treat now, and then I say free, yes, and I give it to her. Now, if you notice, every time I say free, I take the treats to my side. That means you can pass me by. That means you are free. So this motion is important, just as the sit motion gesture is important, okay? This motion is also important. Even with the sit, you see, if I call Emmy and she comes and I do this without even saying sit, she sits, because she's so used to seeing it. And they learn from what they see even faster than from what they hear. So be consistent with your gestures. Sit, free. Do you understand? Good. So that is how you practice your sit. So here is how to practice her down. I'll call her Emmy, yes. If she's at the spot that I want, I'll mark yes, and then I'll say down, yes, and then I'll reward, right? And when I say down, I point, and so I'll demonstrate the gesture, right? So from the down, again, I'll practice the free. Free, yes, very good. With the down, whenever I say it, you see, when she comes, as I said, I always keep the treat away from her, right? And if she's sitting now, when I'm saying down, I point the finger like this, and then my arm just comes down as I say it, and I say down. And then as soon as she goes, I mark yes. And then I come and I give her her reward, okay? And then after that, I'll free her by swinging my hand, to the side. Free, yes, very good. So that's the idea with down. It's very simple, okay? So we'll practice it one more time, please. Yes, very good. So I'm gonna call her Emmy, yes. Keep it away from her, yes. Down, yes. And then she gets the reward. No. When she gets up, I said no, she's supposed to stay down, right? So when I want to free her, free, yes. So that's the idea, okay? So every time I take one of the treats, I break it into two. No, place. That's not a proper place. Yes, better. So every time I take the treat, I break it into two, right? Because I'm going to reward one on the down and one on the free, right? So I have to have two treats in my hand waiting. So Emmy, yes. Good. So if she's where I want her to be, I mark it, yes. And then I point down, yes. Reward for that. And then now I can free her. No. Yes. So now I can free her. Free? Yes, very good. So she has this thing where when she goes down and she gets the reward, she gets up, okay? So it's something that, like, when you notice, you want to practice it so that when she does one smoothly without making a mistake, then you move on to the next thing. If you don't do that before you move on to the next thing, then you're never teaching her that you don't like that behavior, right? So we'll take it from the top again. Place. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take it from the top. Emmy, yes. Take my treats away. Yes. Down. Yes. Give her the reward. And look at her and see if she'll get up. Good. Because she didn't get up, I said good. Then now I can free her. Free? Yes. Very good. So that's the idea. And then now we can move on to the next thing, right? So after you have practiced her down with her, now we want to practice her place, okay? So with the place, the idea is you want her to go there and stay there, right? You want her to lie down and stay there. So it means that technically we're practicing stay, but in a specific position. So before you move to the place, you want to practice stay in the open first. So I'll ask her to maybe sit or lie down, and then I'll see whether she'll stay if I walk away from her, right? So, Emmy, come. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good. So if I walk away, will she stay? Is she still there? Yes. If I turn and she's still there, I'll mark, and then I'll come and reward her. Good girl. And then I'll free her. Free? Yes. Very good. So you can try that in the down position as well, right? Emmy, this way. Take it away. Yes. And then down. Yes. Good. And then walk away. Let me see. Is she still there? No. When she does that, no, you come back to the same spot. bring her to the same position. Yes, mark that. And then, you see, every time you say no, she's likely to correct herself. So when she corrects herself, you mark yes, and then you go back. So you always want to make sure that you correct her and bring her back to the same spot where she made a mistake, right? Yes. So when I turn and she's there, I'll mark yes, and then I now come and reward her. I know that this is what I like, yes. And then I can now free her. Free. Very good. So you can practice these a few times before you go to practice in place, right? So I'll do it this time over here. Emmy. Yes. Yes. I like it that you're sitting down. I wonder if you guys can see me, so let's come back a bit. Emmy. Yes. Yes. Down. Yes. But she shifted to the side. I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior, so I'll free her. Free with no reward. Use the hand to lure her. So because I have a treat, if I'm moving my hand, she'll follow it. So I can use it to move her to the spot where I want, right? So I'm going to use the hand to lure her back here and say sit. No, here. This way. Yes. This way. Yes. Sit. Yes. To get her in front of me. Good. Down. Yes. And then now I can leave her. Let me go in a different direction this time. And if I turn and she's there, yes. And then I'll come back and then reward her. And then I can free her. Free. Yes, very good. And then I can try it in another direction, go the other way. So Emmy, this time I want her facing me here. Sit. Yes. Down. Yes. Turn around. Go the other way. She's still there. If I turn her, she's still there. Yes. And then I'll come back and then I'll reward. Good girl. And then I'll free her. Free. Very good. Okay. Then you can now practice her place. So when you're practicing place, what you want to do is you want to have the treat in your hand, right? So that you're ready to reward. This is the foundation. So you want to have the treat in your hand. You can put it in your left hand and then use the right hand with your finger pointed to point very clearly at the place when you ask her to go there. And then you keep your focus on the place as soon as you say place. But before, you want to make sure you have her attention like I have her attention right now. Or if she's distracted, you say her name, Emmy. And if she looks, you say yes. And then now you look at a place and you point and you say, now she's looking. Place. And I'll just wait and hold my finger pointed there. And as usual, you wait a few seconds, and if she's too distracted, you get her attention again. No. Place. Yes. Good. So it's like the no is to mark the fact that I said place, and for the last 5 seconds, you've been doing other things. That is not what I want. So you say no very clearly before you repeat place. You don't just jump to repeat place. So if I say place and she's loitering, I'll not just jump and repeat it. First, I'll mark and say that loitering is a no. So I'll say no very clearly before I repeat place. And when she goes back, as soon as she goes on it and lies down like that, then I'll say yes. And then I'll walk up to her and give her a treat. Good. And I can leave her there. Usually, whenever I give the dog the treat and I want the dog to continue doing the behavior, I want to encourage it. So I can say something like good, just to encourage her. Good. Or good girl, or whatever, just to encourage her. But when she does the behavior, I mark with yes and not good. I only use good as an encouragement. So then now, the same way with everything else, I can free her. Free. Yes, very good. So we'll try that again. Make sure I have your attention. Yes, and then now I'll point to the place. Place. Yes, good. And then I can either go to her and reward her or do it from afar. So I always recommend practicing both ways. So one, you go and reward her. Then you do another one where you free her. Free, and then you reward. Okay, so I'm going to repeat. So I have her attention. Place. Yes. And then I come and give her a treat. Good, to encourage her. And then when I'm out, no, to stop her in her tracks. Wait, if she doesn't go back, I'll either point or repeat. Yes, with corrections, I usually don't want to repeat. If it's a correction, after I say no, I'll prefer to just point. If I'm pointing and she's hesitating, then I'll repeat. You want to repeat as minimally as possible, okay? Yes. And then now free. Yes, very good. So we'll do it this time and then free her from here without going to reward that. Place. Yes. Free. Yes. And that is how you practice her place, right? So pretty much that is it. Now with the place is always the beginning of the adventure for you, the dog owner. So when now your dog comes home, place is now going to give you the opportunity to also improve your ability to be sort of your dog's trainer. Because if I say place and she's there, she might get tired of being there and get up. When she gets up, what do? You need to understand that. That is where no comes in. And we call that the principle of correction. So, I freed her. She decided to go there. That's fine. Free. She can do whatever she wants when she's free. But if I ask her to go to her place, yes, good. And now let's say I want to sit down and go on my phone. Sit down. I take out my phone. And then she does this. No. Yes. And then I continue what I was doing. Do you see what just happened? I was removing my phone. As soon as she got up and I said no, everything stopped. And I was focused on the place, waiting for her to correct the behavior. As soon as she corrected it, I said yes, and everything started to continue again. So now I can take my phone and I can go and check my messages while she's in her place like I need her to be. Knowing very well that, okay, if she gets up, all I need to do is correct her properly. So even though I'm busy and everything, I have my eye out for her. So if for some reason she decides to get up, then I'll correct her. Maybe I'm not comfortable here and I want to sit on a different chair, so I move to a different seat. No! Yes, and then I continue again, the same thing. So now I'm on a different seat doing my thing. And no! Yes, very good. And then I can continue doing whatever it is I'm doing. So if you also notice, my no's and my yeses are different. Every time I say no, the energy is different. The no is firm. The no is admonishing the behavior. I'm telling you no, that's wrong, no. Then as soon as you do the right thing, I go yes, and the energy shifts. So it helps the dogs to even understand better if you're able to apply the right energy to the correction. So I'm on my phone, and then, okay, I'm done with this chair. I want to put the chair back. She's still there. If I do that and she's still there, I'll say yes. I'll just be saying yes, good. No. Yes, good girl. And then life continues. You get the idea. So this is how the principle of correction works, right? So my setup is different from yours. So it's like, it's impossible for me to train her in every scenario to remain no matter what, because our scenarios will always be different. Even if our setup is the same, our purpose will always be different at every given time. Maybe now it's my phone I need to be on. Maybe all of a sudden, hey, something is in my shoe, I have to take off my shoe. No. Yes. So all of this is teaching her. She's learning. Something's in my shoe, I have to take off. No. Please. Yes. So that was a mistake on my part in the sense that when she came to lie down, it would have been better for me to say no first and then give her the chance, and if she hesitates, I say please. So, I mean, even with me, it's not, no. I'm not perfect. And I also recommend every time you say no, just use your gesture to point back at the place and repeat that same thing. Ah, there's something in my shoe. Something in my shoe. So you see, I'm deliberately being frantic because I want her to get used to all of these weird movements happening and still being able to stay in her place, right? So, and it's just to say that the scenarios and the situations will always be different. But all you need to do is understand the principle of correction. And once you understand the principle of correction, you can always get her back to where she needs to be, no matter what. I need to pick my tennis racket. I get up. No! Just the gesture, she went back. Good. Yes. I need to pick up my tennis racket. Come, sit. And you see, I'm moving frantically because I just want to do things to trigger her to move, right? So, got my tennis racket. Okay, testing my tennis racket. I'm doing all of these things. I'm just trying to trigger her to move. If she's not moving, yes, good. Very good, girl. You see, so it's like I know that these things might trigger you to move. No. Hey, Emmy. Please. Yes, very good. Good girl. So everything that I do that I think will trigger her, if it doesn't trigger her, I say no. Sorry, I say yes to encourage her whilst I'm doing it. Yes, good girl. Go and put my, no. Please. Yes, good girl, very good. Now go and put it down. Then maybe I have to walk past her to take something else. And then she's still there. Yes, good. Take the thing, walk past her to put it someplace else. If she's still there, yes, good. Walk past her to pick another object. Past her to put it somewhere else if she's still there. Yes, good, very good. Walk past her. Take something, put it back. Bend down to check something. No. Yes, very good. Then repeat the thing that I was doing. Okay. Okay. Yes, very good. And when she does all of them very well and I finally settle, yes, very good, I take a treat and I do what? Free. Yes, good girl. So you see, that's the idea. So this part is your adventure to enjoy, and I know you'll handle it very well. So last but not the least is how to let her out of the crate and let her back into the crate. So the crate is a good opportunity for you to again control her temperament so that she learns to calm down, right? So whenever I'm coming to open, if I come here and she does all this, I just say no and I stand up. When she sits like a good girl, I say yes. Try again. If she's scratching at it, I say no. Stand up and look at her. Yes. No. Yes. 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 And if she's still inside, yes. And then finally, I will say free. Yes. Good girl. Very good girl. Come here. Good girl. Come. Good girl. Very good girl. Come here. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Very good. When you do what I like, then we can play and be happy. Okay. Okay. And then when it's time to go inside, you make sure you have your attention as usual. And then you point with a gesture and you say the word inside. So I have your attention now. So I'm going to point to the open gate. You make sure it's wide open and nothing is in her way. And you point and you say the word. Emmy. Yes. Inside. So I always say it once, as usual, I wait. If she's loitering, no. Inside. No. Hey, inside. Yes, very good. So notice the energy. So whenever she's loitering and I say no, I mean, sometimes she will still loiter, right? But you notice how I shift the energy and I change it. And then as soon as she goes in, I switch it back to a yes. So let's free her again. Free. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Very good girl. Okay, it's time to go inside. I want to have your attention. So I'll call you. Emmy, come. Yes. Sit. Yes, I have your attention now. Inside. Yes. Good girl. Very good. So one more time. Free. Yes. Good. Sit. Yes. Inside. Yes. Very good. And then you can shut the gate. Very good. So pretty much that's the idea. Okay. So you see how I go about correcting it. I'm glad that you've had the opportunity to see her when she is non-responsive, the energy that I use with my corrections, and then how I switch back to the right energy when she does the right thing. And when she hesitates the first time, as I said, try to repeat it 2 or 3 times so that you get one smooth one before you move on to the next thing. And that way you're adding on to her learning. So pretty much, this covers everything. Now, free. Yes, very good. Another thing is her biting behavior, right? So with the biting behavior, if I give her my fingers, if we are playing, and then I leave my fingers around, and then she tries to bite it. Well, I corrected it so many times, she hardly does it with me anymore, but she can do it. I want to demonstrate how you correct that. If she does something like this, no, I take my hands away. See how I take my hands above my head like someone is pointing a gun at me? I say no. And when she calms down, I'll say yes, and then I'll give her my fingers again, and then see what she does, whether she'll do that. And if she doesn't do it, yes, good girl, very good, very good, very good, good girl, very good, 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 good. Okay, yes, good. She has stopped. But if she does it, that's what you do. You take your hands away and say no, and then yes, good. When she calms down, yes, good. You see. And then it teaches her that no, you didn't like that. So the no and the yes, no and yes, you see how she's understanding it and it's helping to really shape her behavior. So please be very intentional about applying it and everything will be fine. Good. When it comes to her potty training, so now she is used to a routine, right? So whenever she comes out of her crates in the morning, you can take her outside to do her business outside. If there's a specific spot outside where you want her to usually go and do her business, you can put a leash there. Then whenever I take her outside, you can go and hook her to the leash and leave her there. You come and check when she's done her business. Then you can free her, let her play, and then let her come back inside. And then the same thing in the evening. So the idea is that for the next about 2 months, you want her to spend her day and her nights in the crate, okay? That's a sacrifice you need to make to enforce the behavior and instill it in her so that she grows to do it properly. So it means that when you're going to sleep in the night, she will be in her crate. Then in the morning, when you wake up and you let her out, the first thing you do is you take her straight outside. And then when she does her business, then you can bring her back inside. So you can let her spend like 30 minutes outside to do her business before you bring her back inside. Okay, and if she's inside and you are around and you want to spend time with her, you can spend time with her. Just make sure that her mat, her pee and her poo mat is around in case she needs to pee. Because as for the pee, when they are puppies, they can't hold their bladder too long. So even when she's in the crate during the night, when you wake up in the morning, you might see one pee under on the tray, which is perfectly fine, but she couldn't hold her bladder. But the more you teach her the behavior of going outside to do it, the more she will learn to even associate it with a pee. And when her bladder is able to hold pee longer, then you wouldn't even have that one pee on her tray when you wake up in the morning, right? Or when you leave her maybe during the day and you come to check on her in the evening. So that's the idea. But when you're in the space just hanging around with her, you want to make sure the mat is around, okay? So that's the mat over here. Just going to turn this around so you can see that's the pee mat over there. So we're in the living room together. So I just want to make sure it's there. Just in case she needs to go and pee, then she can go and pee. But if I'm going into another space to spend a long time there, like the kitchen, then what I do is inside, put her back inside the crates. Yes. And then I can go into the kitchen and handle my business. So that's it with her pottying. So now it's over to you. We're done with our session. She'll be coming home to you. And I trust that you guys are going to have fun. And you're going to be able to manage her. I know it may be challenging, but I know that you can handle it. If you have any challenges, you can give me a call, or you can always refer to this video and try to solve it. Thank you for entrusting me with Emmy for the past 6 weeks. I've enjoyed her company. I'm going to miss her. I wish you guys all the best.